Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap. This is a minisode today.
Ooh, minisode. I like that.
Minisode. We're going to talk a little bit about Happily Ever After.
HEA. The first of the 5-part tell-all extravaganza.
I had to talk to you about it because I loved it so much.
I loved it. I felt like things finally happened in a fucking tell-all.
Okay, here's why I have realized I liked it.
Okay.
Very similar to how we feel about Plattsville, very similar to how we feel about Sister Wives. These people have been in our lives a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The evolution of them. We know their personalities. We know we can predict behaviors.
Correct.
And it's almost like
we understand the motivation of them. We understand where they've been.
And so when I saw them, I was like, you know what? I like watching this kind of stuff better than watching like a new season of it. Like, I know you got to bring in the new people.
Yeah. I mean, think about as much as we hate her. We've had Angela. We've had Lauren and Alexi in our lives for like 7 years.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, these guys have been around for a long time.
So the way they're doing the tell-all, it's going to be 5 episodes and they have to live together. This is brilliant.
This is brilliant.
Matt Sharp, we worship at the altar of thee.
Except there is a lot of tomfoolery about this being available to watch.
Oh, right. Matt Sharp, we hate.
Yeah, this was not a good move, Matt Sharp. This was a real bad move because it's not on Max. It's not on Discovery Plus.
Mm-mm.
It is on the TLC Go app, which apparently you don't even need to get an account for. You can just show it. The first one's unlocked and everyone's like, oh, they're going to make us pay for the other 5.
Well,
I don't know if they will.
Michelle was like, this is not good. They're going to lock down the other 4.
Maybe.
She's probably right.
She probably is right because it's going to be a money grab. But it was not cool. Not cool at all. But I have understood from certain folks that it is possible to potentially find it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Just
maybe there's a link in our
how that's shown up in the world. But I think this is brilliant. First of all, we're getting them over days. Yes. I wonder if we're going to stop with the nonsense of they're all wearing the same outfits. So we think it's all filmed in one day.
I hope so. I need to see many outfits not looking good on Angela.
I want to see many outfits not looking good on Angela. Oh, she looks so fucking rough, Amy.
She is a monster.
She is a garbage monster. And this whole thing of, well, people will see what a liar Michael is and then they'll stop thinking I'm the asshole. No. Michael can be the world's worst liar and you're still a garbage human.
Yeah.
One doesn't make the other one okay.
So they show up at this house, this beautiful house, 7 bedrooms, 3
decorated
bathrooms,
terribly
4 bathrooms. Decorated horribly. Decorated it. I thought that's where they filmed The Sopranos.
Yeah,
I thought
it's real bad.
Tony Soprano's house.
Yeah. It's real mobster North Jersey.
Yep. And it is in North Jersey.
Yeah, it's for sale.
So they show up and Patrick and Thais are the first to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And they very smartly grab the
best
biggest
bedroom.
room. And they're like, Patrick's like, if I throw you down and bang you on this bed, will anybody else want it?
It's a good
point.
And
I'm like, these people don't care about that shit. You think Angela's going to be that discerning?
No. Lauren and Alexi would be that discerning.
Yeah, I would be.
Kobe and Emily would be that discerning.
Yeah.
I would be. Yeah.
I love Patrick and Thais in this tell-all, but there is a giant misstep and you know what it is.
There's no John in this house.
What?
Where's John?
What?
We need John in this house.
Cooking steak at 10 a.m., drinking a beer.
That's right. With 4 different times on the clock. We need all of this to happen. I love John so much. I can't wait till he shows up.
You just need to introduce the agent of chaos that is John into this.
And just let it happen.
Yeah.
Just put that, it's like putting an activating agent in a, something and then just letting whatever's going to happen.
It's like when you sprinkle sugar on the yeast and just.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I don't remember the rest of the order, but Jasmine and Gino show up. And Patrick has been awarded a title of, he gets his index card. It says,
have you fucked?
It says host on it. He takes it. Hi, Gino and Jasmine. Have you fucked yet? That's how you greet people.
It seems Patrick's whole job is to find out who's banging and who's not banging. Some producer put that in his ear, like, you'll get a lot of screen time if you ask everybody who's having sex. He's like,
yes,
on it. Got it.
So he's asking people so Jasmine and Gino start getting into their whole situation.
Oh God, I'm so tired of them.
I'm so tired of them. We know that they clearly have a business arrangement now, and this is all fakey, fake.
And Jasmine's walking around with her stupid participation trophy sash.
Oh, and Patrick reads her for filth.
Yeah.
He's like, when I was a kid and we got participation trophies, very similar.
Yep. Because entirely similar, because they made that up for her.
Yes, they did. So they're wandering around and they're grabbing a bedroom, and Jasmine is going to make him take his own room. Now the ball's on this woman. You have to fit like 10 people in this house. You're going to take up another bedroom?
No, there's not enough rooms for you, girl. You're going to have to spend the night in the same room.
This goes against shared house decorum.
It does. Every couple gets their own room. Yes. You deal with what's happening in that room together.
Right. I don't care what goes on in that room, but
Jasmine's real clear. Unless you're going to fuck me, you can't sleep in the bed with me.
Which is not good.
No.
It's not good. Anyway. All right. So Kobe and Emily show up, and she's ready to pop.
So fucking pregnant. They had to have driven there. There's no airline that would let her on a plane.
Oh.
Think about it.
Think about that.
Because I mean, you're generally not allowed to fly after 32 weeks or something. She's 35 and she literally looks like she's about to pop at any given
second. Where would they be coming from? Are they in the middle of
Salina, Kansas?
Yeah. Okay.
To Jersey. They had to have driven or taken the train.
I'm going to look it up. Let's see.
How long the drive is?
Train, but do you really think there's a train?
Well, I mean, they would have had to have gotten themselves to St. Louis or Kansas City and gotten themselves to Chicago probably, and then taken the train to New York, because you can't take a train from Chicago to New York.
Salina, Kansas.
I wish the US had good train service.
To where do we think they are? Give me a town in northern Jersey.
Just say Newark, New Jersey. Because that's where they would have had to have flown if they flew.
That is a 20-hour drive.
It's a long drive.
20 hours?
It's a long drive.
No tell-all's worth it.
This is their job, Amy.
Okay, they could take a train, which would take them 2 days.
Yeah, we need Mary Payne to ask Emily how she got to the tell-all.
They could walk in 21 days.
That woman is that pregnant. She ain't walking 21 days. The only reason that woman is walking long distances is to start labor and get this show on the road.
You're lucky she's walking into the house.
Exactly. And I would actually say she's more waddling, but she's real pregnant.
Yeah. So she gets in the house. They get in the house, and they have no problems.
They're fine.
They get along really well.
Also gotten the memo that he needs to find out who's fucking.
Poor
Apparently, Kobe and Patrick got assigned the who's fucking duty to ask.
Right.
Kobe is a little busybody, and I'm here for him.
I'm here for him.
I love him. I think he's adorable.
Speaking of people I love, Ashley and Manuel show up.
Yeah. Manuel's learned a couple phrases of English, not a lot.
Did you see this? They arrived at the same time, and Manuel's pointing to his belly going, "We both have a baby." Same here. Same. Yes.
Manuel is cute. I love him.
He's cute. He's funny. They don't have any problems.
No.
So they're all settling in, and then Rob and Sophie show up. And first Liz shows up. I think Rob and Sophie show up last.
Yeah, Liz shows up first, and then Rob and
Liz
Sophie.
shows up. Okay. And she walks in, and they're like, "Oh my God, you look so good." And she's like, "Yeah, I lost 230
pounds.
Okay, you didn't need to reveal his weight for the entire world to know. But okay, fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, "How's it going?" She's like, "I haven't seen him." And I think she says 6 months. Yeah. And she's nervous about seeing him. And then he shows up. And he is a toad. I cannot stand this fucking man.
This man is garbage.
He's garbage. He's trash.
I hate him so much.
He starts pulling bullshit on her. Like, "I miss you." She's like, don't fucking do this.
Do
it.
No.
Nope. So
he's such a narcissist.
They obviously take different rooms. They're not.
No.
But she does say to him, like, "You made this all about you." Because he comes in, he's like, "Oh, give me a shot," and then he's like choking on the shot, and like he
has to be the center of attention at every moment.
"Look at me, I'm Ed, making all the baby noise."
Right. Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. He's so gross.
So then Rob and Sophie show up, and they arrive together,
but they're not together. But they've been talking,
and I don't know if it's Kobe or Patrick, but they get the "Are you fucking?" question. So weird. Timmy and I have a lot of couple friends. We don't go in their house and they ask us how our sex life is.
I can't see a world in which if the four of us were hanging out, that would come up.
No.
That way, for sure.
No. So they say, Rob's like, I don't want to answer. And Sophie's like, no, we're not fucking.
No.
So then they start talking about why they're not.
She's like, I'm fucking gay.
Yes. And she says, Rob rejected her. And he says, I rejected you once and you rejected me for 6 months as punishment after. Do I believe that? Yeah, I do.
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Because she's an immature, petty bitch.
Yep, I believe it. So that's it, right? For the house. I mean, Angela and Michael don't show up.
No. And everyone's real relieved. You can tell everyone's nervous for them to show up.
We forgot
Lauren and
Alexi
show up.
They're there, but whatever. But Lauren brings up a good point. I think it's Lauren, who's like, guys, we're doing this with no notes, just hot takes.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're getting people wrong, I'm sorry. But one of them says, Angela probably doesn't want anybody to meet Michael. And that is probably true.
She doesn't. Because she doesn't want Michael to tell any part of his story. She needs to control the narrative. And the narrative is that he's garbage. He lies to her and cheats on her all the time.
Yes.
Never mind that she had that whole relationship with that TikTok dude.
Yeah.
And every person she's come in contact with, every person of color she comes in contact with, she hits on. Remember how awful she was with that plastic surgeon?
I was just going to say, even her doctor. Yes.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah. It's gross.
Dr. Obang.
Even when they went
to,
yes, he was. Even when they went to Last Resort, she was hitting on the porter. Remember?
Right. Yep.
Is that what he was? A porter? I don't know.
Bellhop, something.
Okay.
Something.
All right.
Wasn't good.
So now we have the tell-all. So they spend the night in the house, and the next morning they go to the studio, to the tell-all studio.
Yes.
And just some takeaways that I recall from it. I haven't watched it in 3 days, but some takeaways are Ashley's reading everybody for filth.
I like Ashley on a tell-all. I think Ashley, like me, is better at everyone else's life than her own life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get that.
I suffer from that.
She is really coming hard for Angela.
Mm-hmm.
And she also, gets in the Jasmine and Gino thing a little bit.
She does. What I like about Ashley is she's not afraid of Angela.
No.
She doesn't give a shit.
And neither is Rob, we learn. So Rob is like, I'm not afraid of Angela. Everybody else seems to be.
Right.
He said, what I'm afraid is I'm going to go after her and nobody's going to have my back.
Right.
So then you're afraid of her, dude.
Ed, of course, is still back with the no one. I like this person because they have my back. I don't like this person because they don't have my back.
Yep. And
have
Ed
your
said
own
to
fucking
Angela,
back.
Ed said to Angela, like, I get you.
Ugh.
And he's like, you have to protect yourself. Send him home. Send him home. If he's using you, send him home. Send him back like a toy you ordered out of a fucking catalog.
Because he's not a person or anything. Fuck that guy. Because that's exactly what he would have done to Rose if she had ever gotten here.
Oh, 100%. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So Sean Robinson is back. She looks,
again, if folks are not aware, Sean Robinson, woman of God, has to put up with these numbnuts. Mm-hmm. She's 3 years older than Angela.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sit with that for a moment.
Angela comes out. Everybody's kissing her ass. Oh my God, you look so good. You look so good. Oh, mama. Oh, hoochie mama. It's
that was actually a decent outfit for her, though.
It was a decent outfit, but we need to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. No one needs to give her a compliment ever.
No. Michael shows up. Everyone's stunned to see him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So who do they start with? Do you remember? Because we get to two couples on this: Jasmine, Gino, and Ed and Angela. Ed and Liz.
I don't remember the order that they did. I want to say we did Gino and Jasmine first and ended with Ed and Liz because we meet the boyfriend and the mother comes out.
Yeah, and we also met Gino's cousin Dana, who's running for filth.
Yes, maybe they were less. Anyway, I completely believe everything Jasmine is saying about Gino, given the fact that Dana and Michelle was whatever his wife's name is, are throwing Gino under every bus that is coming down Fifth Avenue.
Yes, when you bring out your own family to support
they're like, yeah, you're the problem.
And, Dana, he brings up a good point. He says to Gino, you have your own point of view and it's always right. Mm-hmm. And, you see things a certain way and you're never flexible to change. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely right.
He is. He's absolutely
However,
right.
I am going to say that in terms of Gino and this whole just fuck your wife, because Patrick at one point is like, dude, just fuck your wife.
Right. Get over it.
First of all, genders were flipped. We'd never talk like this.
Nope.
Second of all, I think he's been so emasculated by her I think he's terrified of her.
Oh, I think he's terrified of her too.
And it's hard
and I don't
to
blame
get a
him. And she's
boner.
volatile as shit.
It's hard to get a boner when you're scared of your partner.
Yeah.
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 So I think that she's chalking it up. And this is usually what happens with couples when there's a sexual incompatibility in the bedroom, is it then becomes a thing. Right?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like when you're trying to have a baby and people tell you stop focusing on trying to have a baby, which is annoying, and don't ever say that to anybody.
Don't ever say that to anybody.
But it's kind of the same thing. Like now us not having sex has become a thing, and all we're going to do and talk about is us not having sex. Rather than just letting it happen naturally. She says he's addicted to porn.
Maybe he is, maybe he's not. If I were in his shoes, I'd probably rather jerk off than deal with her.
Yeah. Yeah. And does he need covenant eyes, Amanda?
He might need covenant eyes. We can get him covenant eyes for him. Get covenant eyes for the guy on Forbidden Love. We got it covered. Maybe Matt Sharp could get the group subscription, like the corporate subscription. Everyone can get it.
And another thing is, it doesn't have to be, and this is a sex tip that is probably better coming from you than me.
Oh,
but it doesn't have to be a bad thing that your partner's into porn.
No. You can absolutely integrate it into your life, but you have to be secure enough to not go, oh my God, why are you into that woman? Not into me. All that bullshit.
So Jasmine then says, wait till you hear the search. Now, I've seen a lot of wild porn searches in my life. I didn't know what was coming next.
Right.
I didn't know if Angela Deem lookalike was coming next. I almost made you throw out your coffee.
Yeah, you did. No.
Or, Donkey Saves the Farm. I didn't know what was coming.
Didn't know what was happening.
But all he was doing was looking, I guess, at a specific person that he used to have a sugar baby relationship with. He was looking at her videos.
Which is, I don't tend to be someone who's jealous of exes and things like that. I think exes are exes for a reason, and I don't tend to fall into that trap. I don't know how I would feel if my husband wouldn't bang me and all he's doing is looking at videos of his ex-girlfriend.
Correct.
That would be really hard. I agree. If he were banging me and doing that, I might have I don't know if I'd love it, but I'd have a softer view of it than I would if he's not touching me.
Yes. The fact that this is a very specific person that he's had some sort of relationship with, unclear as to what that is, would really be threatening to me. But, I'm a jealous bitch sometimes.
You are. You will burn anybody's house down who looks at Timmy.
Yes. So, all right. So they're not banging. It's not happening.
Nope.
They bring out, like we said, Dana and Michelle. Michelle
Dana and Michelle are like, yeah, he's the problem.
He's the problem, basically. And then we get did you file her paperwork?
I'm still working on it.
And Lauren says, I filed the paperwork myself.
Yeah.
And that is very important because you need to give that person some sense of stability in this country.
I like the fact that Ashley was like, these people don't have to be constantly appreciative. We chose this. We brought them here. We signed on to do all of this.
Yes.
It is our job to do this. And if you love your partner, you do it so they feel safe and autonomous and all of that. I mean, just Jasmine getting her driver's license, you could tell she was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. And Jasmine claims that Gino would not drive her anywhere. He wouldn't take her for the test. He claims he has done things for her and she's not appreciative, so he doesn't want to. You're right. Ashley nailed this. Because he does act like you have to kiss my ass for everything I do for you.
Right. And I'm like, I do stuff all of the time for my husband. Yeah. All of the time.
Sure.
And 99% of the time he does say thank you because we're just polite people in this house.
Yeah.
But I don't do it to hear him praise me.
No.
I do it. I bring him his coffee in the morning if I'm the first one up because I know it makes him happy and I love him and I want him to be happy. And because
he brings you your coffee if he's the first one up.
If it's reversed. Exactly.
Yes.
It's just so weird. This whole, for Gino, I think everything is a zero-sum game and everything is tit for tat. And he's got a ledger either written down or in his brain of everything.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
They just need to break up and never see each other again.
They do.
So then we get on to Liz and Ed.
He is the most deflecting.
He's
motherfucker.
Yeah. Is it Ashley who says to him, like, I haven't heard 1 ounce of accountability. Stop talking about what Liz is doing. Start talking about what you're doing.
Yes.
So we talk about the taco pasta. And
I can't wait for him to make the taco pasta for the whole house.
God. Liz claims that Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was zoning out during this part. Does Liz claim there was like jalapenos in it?
Yeah. And it was too hot for Riley.
So she was telling Riley to take them out or something.
Yeah.
And he freaked out.
Mm-hmm. And then what he says is that Liz started screaming at him for the pasta being too hot.
So he says that Liz has a temper.
Which I'm sure she does.
I think she does. Yeah. After meeting her mother, I think she does.
Yeah.
I think Liz is somebody who's quick to blow up.
Yep.
But easy to forgive.
Yeah.
And she's a little volatile.
Yes.
But I also think, so I talk about this a lot. Like in my first marriage, I was a very angry, volatile person. Nobody in my life would describe me that way now.
Mm-mm.
Nobody.
No.
There are certain relationships that can bring that out in you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Liz's new partner will necessarily see her that way.
I don't either.
I think he
seems like a normal human.
There was something about the dynamic with Ed. And I'm not saying like it's Ed's fault.
Mm-mm.
They
were not good for each other.
Right. Like in my situation, I knew at the core of me that this was not a good relationship.
Right.
And I was very frustrated that I felt stuck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was coming out in anger.
Yep. Absolutely.
And Liz probably felt the same way.
Absolutely.
So they go back and forth a little bit. And I think it's Ashley reads him for filth a lot. She says something like she had to find out from her wedding officiant that you were calling off the wedding. Like, even in doing that, you had to be a dickbag.
Yeah, that is so fucked up.
So fucked up. And he claims it was because he couldn't even tell her. He couldn't even talk to her. Okay, whatever. So now we get Liz's mom comes out.
Liz's mom's a piece of work. But I also go back to thinking of her on Last Resort, calling her mom in tears, going, "Mommy, I don't know what to do."
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so Ed claims that Mom told him, Liz is a handful. You're going to get the bitch if you mess with the horns. Mm-hmm. She's tough. Da 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 da. Do I believe Liz's mother said that? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do believe that.
Yeah.
Would my mother ever say that about me? No.
No, nor would my mother.
No. Would I say that about my children? No.
No.
No. But Liz's mom's not quite there.
I'm not calling her, mother of the year. But she does love her kid and she supports her kid, which is more than a lot of these people do. I'm going to call her a way better mother than Kim Plath.
Well, I mean
that's a low bar.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I was just going to name a serial killer and say they're better, but I'm not going to go there.
No,
not going to
go do that.
Mm-mm. So basically, Liz has a new boyfriend. They bring him out. He says to Ed, "You're not going to hurt her again, dude.
No,
this is over."
Good for him.
And Ed, as Ed always does, when Ed is confronted with somebody who can actually pound the shit out of him, Ed backs right down.
Because Ed is a coward at the end of the day.
And he's like, all I know how to say to you, dude, is like, go to therapy, get this worked out with her. You got to handle this now or you're going to be sitting here in a couple years in my chair.
No, you won't.
No, because he won't put this on television, probably. No.
Probably not.
So that's basically all that happened.
But stuff happened.
Stuff happened. It was interesting. I loved seeing all these couples interact. I loved Ashley.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And Angela's just screaming all over the set. So
I have a feeling they're going to be next.
I kind of hope so.
So if there's 5 episodes, okay, so we get these 2 done with first. Well, there's quite a few couples.
There are quite a few couples, but I also think we're going to have a lot of time at the house.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of time with Angela and Michael.
Yep.
Michael. Because she hired a private detective.
Of course she did.
That's another thing. I will never not talk about Ed and Liz because I won't give that asshole a pass.
Nope. Same with Angela.
Fuck him. Fuck her.
We're calling him out.
Yep. We're calling him out.
Yeah. I get why people don't want to talk about it. It's not fun.
Right.
Because he's not fun.
Right.
But I think not talking about him makes it so he thinks he's right.
Right. Because I have said before, if you ask people who are casual 90-day viewers what they think of Big Ed, they're like, oh, Big Ed,
he's funny.
Blah, 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 and Angela. No, these people, it needs to be revealed. The crimes against humanity that they are committing. Yeah.
And they're the face of the show.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts? Anything I missed?
No, I think we hit it all. I'm just enjoying it. I can't wait for the next 4.
Yeah, me either. Guys, hope you enjoyed this minisode.
Yeah.
Ooh, like Minnesota, but Minnesode.
minisode, little HEA talk from us.
Yeah, little HEA talk. We had to jump on the mic. It was so good.
Yep.
All right, guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow morning, your Plathville will be out, and then 90 Day UK after that, and then My So-Called Life this weekend.
Yay! And we'll have mailbag. So yes, if you are hearing this,
yes,
go to Backdoor Friends, click on the mailbag link. You can just search for mailbag and ask us questions. We've got some good ones this time. I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, that episode will be out Friday.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Amanda, thank you.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye. Take care, everyone.